Hello everybody, my name is Mark. Welcome to another one of my option videos. And in this video, the stock of the day is this one right here. I sold to open one put option on this stock AHT. It is a REIT on the hotel industry. The option, it's a put option, strike price $2.50, expires December the 18th. That's a month from now. I took in a whopping $70 minus commission, $69.34. And I think this is a very risky trade that I did. Even though the numbers are good, the trade is still risky. Let's take a look at this stock here. Here's the chart right here. It's been around for several years, ever since all the way back 2016. And they started going down even before the COVID virus thing. And now, because of the COVID, they're all the way down to where you see them now. But today, they made a big move. They went all the way up from 250 all the way up to where you see them now, 330. But this is not what I would call a strong level of support. And if we look at, like, let's pull up 3 months. Okay, this is their real level of support. And my put option is right here. So I think I took on a pretty big risk, but the good news is because I took in so much premium, my break even is like right around there. So, I mean, the stock could drop down to this level maybe, and but I still think that it's not going to go too much further down. You never know, though. Things are really bad for the hotel industry, so I think this is a super risky trade. But the numbers are real good for me. And let's take a look at the option here. Let's go to the option chain, and let's take a look at the Greeks, and you'll see why I was so tempted to take it that I just couldn't resist, and I had to click the mouse button. So let's go to the Greeks like this and view the chain, and let's go to December. That's when my put expires, and let's click on the put, and here you go right here. Now, at the time when I sold the put, the delta was at 0.2. It's down a little bit, or I'm sorry, it's up a little more. Delta, and by the way, deltas on puts are negatives because it's a put, obviously. And I got $70, and AHT pulled back a little after I filled the order. And so, but the delta is still pretty low, and so it gives me a 5-to-1 ratio. And I took in $70, so 70 times 5, the numbers tell me that I'm going to make $350, and then I'm going to take my loss of 250 minus 70, which is 180. So I have almost a better than 50-50 chance, not 50-50, but I almost have a better than double chance of making money on this. Now, yes, there is a chance that this stock AHT can go all the way down to the levels where you see it. I think it is a risky trade, but I like these kind of trades. And because I trade such small positions in my portfolio, again, this is my Roth IRA, I got $29,000 here. So that's not even a 1% risk for me. So, I mean, worst case scenario, shares tank, goes back down to here. I buy shares at $2.50 a share, and I own 100 shares, and my dollar cost is down there. I could probably sell covered calls, do a little bit of a wheel strategy, or maybe even just hold the stock and wait for it to come back up. So there's a lot of things I can do, and there's another reason why I think this stock is so risky. And if we go back to the trade desk here and we take a look at some of the fundamentals here, this right here, this is their earnings per share. It's negative. This is their debt. They have like $3.57 billion of debt, total debt, and their assets. So the fundamentals, very risky. The chart, very risky. The only thing that puts the trade in my favor are those numbers, those option Greeks, which I like to trade so much. And when the numbers are looking in my favor, I believe that those Greeks, and let's go back to the option chain so I can refresh your memory. I believe that these Greeks give me a mathematical edge, statistically speaking, over time, over the long run. I should make money. The numbers play out. And I'll close the video by saying this little bit of a tidbit here. So if we go back to the chart, okay, we can go to the 5-year chart, and what you're looking at is past history, what traders have done, what investors have done. Past history does not guarantee future results, and there is a theory known as the gambler's fallacy. If you flip a coin, heads or tails. And 99 times in a row, it comes up heads. What is the chance that you flip the coin and it's going to come up heads on 100 times? It's not 1%. It is still 50-50. Okay. And so by looking at a chart and thinking, well, let's see, it's breaking down here, and statistics say, people love to trade chart patterns and they love to trade candlesticks. Like maybe some day trader would look at this and this is let's look at the 5-year chart. This is a 5-year chart. Maybe some day trader would say, well, this is trading flat, 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 right? And maybe because past history says this is the level of support, it keeps going up. So they might see some kind of an engulfing candle pattern. They get in here, and then the bottom drops out, right? And so you can never know for sure what a stock's going to do simply by looking at what the stock has done. But in my opinion, I think you can know for sure because it's mathematical, okay? This is just looking at history. This is called backtesting. But when you're looking at option Greeks, you are looking at math. You are looking at pure numbers here. There's no backtesting here. This is all mathematical formulas. Delta is calculated using mathematical formulas. I could do a whole video on delta, just explaining the math behind a delta. And these numbers are very, 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 very accurate. And so I use these numbers to make my trades, even though everything else looks dark and bleak, and everything else is dark and bleak. If you look at the pattern, dark and bleak. This is a 1 year, supports all the way down there. You saw the short term. In the short term, it looks ugly, right? It looks like that I might get a sign. But those numbers is what I trade by. That's how I calculate my risk. And so far, it's working for me just fine. And I'm perfectly okay taking a loss here and there. But overall, so far, so good. I'm making a little bit of money. And I could not be more happy doing what I'm doing. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to hit the like button or whatever you choose to do to show some love and support. I will see you in the next video. And happy trading to you. And have a good day. Ciao.